about to start a 5-minute breathing practice. So please place your awareness in the area of the heart and take slow, deep, gentle breaths as we experience these breaths flowing in and out of our hearts. So very slow, very deep, very gentle breaths. It's like you're giving your body a nurturing hug, a heart hug. Slow, deep, gentle breaths. As you experience these breaths flowing in and out of your heart, breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. Beautiful, slow, deep, gentle breaths. Keep your awareness in that area of the heart or the chest so you can remain present and just allow the breaths to flow gently and softly. You don't have to stop at the top or the bottom of the breath, not in this practice anyways. So just allow it to flow. Just feel that flow as you take those deep breaths in and exhale, imagining them flowing in and out of your heart. And make them symmetrical. If you take 5 seconds to breathe in, take 5 seconds to breathe out. Give your autonomic nervous system a little balance this morning. See if you can take these breaths even lower. Go right through your heart, down to your root chakra. And then as you exhale, breathe up from the root chakra and out of your heart. Take these deep, gentle, nourishing breaths so that the oxygen that fills your lungs is deposited to every part of your body from the top of the head to the bottom of your feet. So these deep, gentle breaths will allow your body to be nourished with fresh oxygen. So as you take these breaths in, imagine them flowing into your heart, down to your stomach, right down to the root chakra, and then out from the root chakra through your stomach and out to your heart. These are just visualizations or just a feeling that you want to maintain. Now gently open your eyes if you had them closed. Continue breathing like this, of course. So thank you so much this morning for joining me. Let us get right to the topic in the next 5 minutes. This topic is the need to be controlled. This particular topic is a very interesting topic because we've seen what happens in this world now. And one of the things I'd like to start out by saying is that, human beings have a need to have somebody guide them, to have them controlled. And that has been happening for centuries now. We've had, if you think about the masters that walk the earth, Jesus, Moses, all these individuals that walk the earth, people would gravitate to them seeking advice. As a matter of fact, a lot of these masters did not look for attention, did not want attention. They were just driven to do things and say things in conversations. And all of a sudden, they started gathering people around them who were thirsty for this. So over decades, over centuries, our ancestry has been yearning for somebody to tell us what to do and to control our behavior. And of course, there are examples in the same era of these masters that walked the earth, that individuals who were not as wise or as enlightened sought to control the masses, by force, by fear, and kept them in check. But there's one thing that we know, that human beings seek support in terms of enlightenment. So when we come to modern era, a lot of us have come from the background of having a religion that we grew up in. And in that religion, we look at that religion and say, well, they're trying to control us. They're trying to control how we think. And we get angry at them. But really, in essence, it is about it says more about you in terms of where you are at as an individual in your path of breaking through the bonds of somebody else's control. And here's what I mean by that. When I was still in that religious mode, and I would go to pray every day, and I would follow the tenets of the faith as interpreted by human beings based on the scriptures. I needed that comfort. I needed that security, and I needed somebody to tell me what was right and what was wrong, because it was easier for me not to have to think about or dive deep within or have conflicts within myself to try and figure out whether this is right or wrong. It was very much simpler. Life was easier for me to do that. Then as I began to journey a bit more into my own self, and I realized there were some conflicts that were coming up that did not line up with somebody else's interpretation of faith. And I couldn't go ahead and do that. And then and many of us, when we are at that point, at that juncture, the tipping point, saying, I no longer am religious, I'm more spiritual, they get angry at religion for controlling them. But what they don't realize is that control was needed to get to the point that we're at right now, where we can liberate ourselves. It's almost like, a child that grows up needs to have direction and control in order to keep that child safe until such a time when the child is ready to now step on their own. And what is very difficult for human beings, if they're in a position of guidance, of controlling others, is to let go of that. If you are a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I have two children. I mean, they're not children anymore. They're in the in their early 20s. And, when you watch them and you see them do things, and you really want to go there and you want to support them, but then you realize that that's not helpful to them. You need to pull back and just wait for them to come to you and ask for guidance. But the controlling part is what they needed as they were growing up, but therefore don't need it now. So where are you? I need to ask you, where are you in your life? Are you in your life where you are allowing others to control you when you don't need to be controlled? Or are you in your life where you do need the security and control until you get standing on your own 2 feet and move forward? This could be in many different contexts. For example, if you've got a chronic health condition, well, you've got to give the control over to the experts. It could be a wellness person, a holistic person. It could be a general practitioner, a medical doctor, whatever suits you well. Is you give control over to them, but at the same time, you use your heart's wisdom. And the practice that we're going to do in the next 5 minutes is really the key. Is as you use the heart's wisdom, it'll guide you to when you need to take over the control and let go of what I call crutches. So I hope this has been helpful. As human beings, we have a need to be controlled to a point where we can now move into that space of, okay, now I trust myself and I need a little bit of support, but not a whole lot of support. Some people will always need support, and that is okay. Where are you in this particular spectrum? All right. So just wanted to share that with you. And now let us begin to practice our next phase, 5 minutes, where we inject gratitude and appreciation in our hearts. where we begin to feel the emotion of love and gratitude and appreciation. Because what that does is that helps us not only balance our autonomic nervous system, but it helps us connect deeper with deeper wisdom, because that is the frequency with which we tap into higher wisdom. And as you take these slow, deep, gentle breaths, and we experience these breaths flowing in and out of our hearts, breathing a little slower, a little gentler than we normally do, begin to experience gratitude and appreciation, and really feel into it, and give your body permission to experience joy and gratitude. So feel into that. And as you take these deep breaths, take them deeper, take them right down to the root chakra and breathe out from the root chakra. Can you put a gentle smile on your face to really deepen that emotion of appreciation and gratitude? 5 minutes of feeling this gratitude and appreciation will boost your immune system for up to 6 hours. So why not give yourself this wonderful gift as you take slow, deep, gentle breaths? Keep a smile on your face and just feel into the appreciation and gratitude deeply, deeply, deeply. Gently open your eyes if you had them closed. Bring yourself back to this moment. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Those are 15 minutes are up. If you have some questions, please type them in. I see a couple of things coming through here, so I'll address them in a second. In the meantime, the deep dive webinar for Ignite members, it's going to be 4 parts to this. It's about freeing yourself from limiting beliefs. This is going to be more of a masterclass for Ignite members. And it's going to include 2 one-on-one coaching sessions with me, so that when we're unfolding these things, as we do the four sessions, in the middle, as we're unfolding this, I want to check in with everybody that's participating one-on-one to see how things are going and see if we can make some adjustments, because we won't be able to do that during the live broadcast as much. We'll be doing some group coaching there, but there's also one-on-one coaching involved. And I think this is going to be an important for you. If you feel that you are stuck somewhere, then being a member of the Ignite member group, you get this access for no cost, okay? Or for the cost of the monthly membership, of course, which is very low, $25 a month. And that's Canadian dollars too. So it's if you're from US, it's awesome. You get another discount, a 30% discount on top of that because of exchange rate. If I can help you in a personal sense, one-on-one coaching, by all means, hit me up and I'm happy to connect with you that way. All right. Wonderful. So time to have some Q&A going here. So let me just stop the share and see what's coming through here. There are some items coming through, so I'll just respond to that. Sudhanta, greetings from London. You're 1 hour ahead of from your Sunday, so you're 4 p.m. London time. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us from London. Dil says love and light to everyone from London. Thank you so much, Dil. Dr. Wolf, thank you, Shamir. I know you sent me this direct message, but I'm sure you won't mind me sharing this with everybody else. There's such a difference to ask to be guided by wisdom and sitting back of letting someone control you. I've done both. So have I. I'm still doing that in some cases. Carol, my sweet sister from Florida. Thank you, Shamir. Great way to start the day. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Michelle, my sweet sister from Calgary. Thank you, Shamir. How do we develop the wisdom to see where we are being controlled? Let's just say that, I'll trivialize the answer, and then you can go from there and build it up. The trivialized answer is this. If you are feeling secure, that is the right thing for you, even though later on you'll realize that you are being controlled. So the important aspect is, at the moment in time, do you need to have security? You need to feel comfortable. And if you're feeling comfortable by being vulnerable and allowing somebody else to take control, and I know exactly, you know about that, Michelle, because we talk about the masculine, feminine, where we, the work that you and I have done around allowing somebody else to become more vulnerable and have somebody else provide security for you, whether you're in your masculine or in your feminine. So I think if you apply those approaches, you'll get a better idea of whether you like being controlled or not, or whether you want to be the one who wants to provide the security for somebody else. Either way, it's got to be done from the heart center, as you know, Michelle, because we've done a lot of work around this. Is whenever you give something from the heart center, the other person might feel more secure rather than more controlled. So it is a feeling that you get that makes you feel uplifted and enlightened. That is really the discernment between feeling controlled or feeling supported. Okay, hope that helps. Yeah, good question. Dr. Wolf said, good question. Zachary, compassionate action now. Yes. Absolutely. I think that's a beautiful statement there. And that's a cryon channeling, I think. Dr. Wolf says, great point, the heart of the ego. Yes. Cryon says, Zachary said that. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So wonderful. Thank you so much for the engagement. I appreciate that. Yeah, nothing else is coming through here. So I want to wish you all the best for the rest of the week. And I look forward to doing this again next week. Same time, same place. Take care for now. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Wolf. Appreciate that.